You finish a grueling set of push-ups, your arms give out, and you collapse to the floor. But as you lie there, you realize something frustrating. Your front shoulders are burning, but your chest feels absolutely nothing. If that sounds familiar, the problem is not your baseline strength, it is your execution. Without realizing it, you are shifting the physical resistance away from the exact muscle you are trying to target. We can fix this today. By implementing 3 specific biomechanical adjustments to your form, you can immediately redirect that tension and start safely building real chest strength. These mechanics apply to everyone. They work perfectly whether you are doing modified wall push-ups to learn basic control or knocking out one-arm variations for elite strength. Mastering this movement is the difference between simply wasting your energy and actively stimulating muscle growth. Let's look at the setup. The first major mechanical failure happens before you even lower your body, flaring your elbows straight out to the sides. Forming a T-shape drastically increases shear force on your shoulder joints and takes the load off your pecs. To correct this, tuck your elbows inward to a 45-degree angle, transforming that harsh T into a forward-pointing arrow. The moment you make this adjustment, you will feel a clear shift in stability. The load of your body weight becomes evenly distributed across your upper body framework. This single geometric shift acts as a natural protective mechanism for your joints, while successfully transferring the resistance right back onto the chest. Now that your arms are in position, we need to secure your spinal and shoulder posture before you begin the downward descent. In this side profile, notice what happens when fatigue sets in. The shoulder joints roll forward toward the floor, completely destroying your upper body stability. You must actively fight this forward roll. Pull your shoulders back, pin them down, and maximize the distance. The most effective mental cue for this posture is to imagine tucking your shoulder blades securely into the back pockets of your pants. Locking your scapula in place creates a rigid structural base. This ensures your large chest muscles perform the heavy lifting, rather than relying on the smaller stabilizers in your shoulders. With the static setup complete, we move to the dynamic pressing motion itself. This is where the biggest misconception about the upward phase occurs. Most people think a push-up is merely the physical act of elevating the body away from the floor. But when you only think vertically, you leave a massive amount of muscle activation untapped. Instead of just pushing up, you need to generate inward horizontal force. As you press upward, actively attempt to bring your biceps together. Imagine trying to slide your hands toward each other on a sticky floor without moving them. Generating that invisible inward tension forces a deep, massive contraction in the chest, extracting maximum value from every single repetition. Maintaining these 3 strict mechanical cues requires significant core strength. Because of this, you might find your hips starting to sag toward the floor as you get tired. If that happens, scaling the movement down is required. Performing perfect, flawless repetitions on a regressed movement is superior to breaking your form on a standard push-up. The incline push-up is your primary tool. Elevating your hands onto a bench reduces the load, giving you control to practice that 45-degree elbow tuck. You can also use the knee push-up as an alternative modification. Just remember to keep your core tightly braced and your hips fully aligned with your spine. The ultimate objective is mastering a clean, full range of motion. Precise mechanics dictate muscle adaptation far better than brute force. Now it is time to put this to the test. Try performing one slow, deliberate practice set, actively synthesizing all 3 of these mechanical adjustments. Run through the mental checklist. Architect the 45-degree arrow shape, lock your shoulder blades into your back pockets, and squeeze your biceps together on the ascent. When you hit the top of the movement, your target end state is a burning, isolated contraction strictly within the pectoral muscles, accompanied by completely pain-free, healthy shoulder joints. From now on, enforce this strict new standard in all of your future workouts, even if it requires significantly lowering your total rep count to maintain integrity. Intelligent biomechanics will consistently outperform sloppy volume. If these tweaks helped you dial in your form, hit subscribe and let me know in the comments which exercise you want me to mechanically deconstruct next. Train safe, and I will see you in the next video.